It's really been a life changer for me, and it's really kind of molded my path into a different one ever since I came here. I came here with a completely different mindset, and then I got involved in the research and got my eyes open to all these different careers.
URM stands for Undergraduate Research Mentoring Program. And the whole idea behind that is that we recruit local students, K-State students from biology. We also have some from plant pathology and entomology. And the whole goal is that we actually try to make these students best possible competitors for future professional careers.
I applied last April. For the first year I did it, and then I just recently got resubmitted to a second year in the program.
Primarily, we'd like our students to work 40 hours on a research project during a week during the summertime, and then once we get to the school year, they would work 20 hours per week in Mentor's Lab. And those projects that students do, they're completely between the mentor and student to pick, and most of our students get to kind of design their own experiments.
It was really my project. It was really, I had a lot of ownership. They really made me feel responsible for it, let me take the rope at times, and then correct me if I was wrong. All I really knew was that I was going to be working with fungi. There's a lot of questions whether the fungi and these urban environments are adapting or changing, or what's really happening with them. There's a lot of open areas with fungal research to try and go into. And so we wanted to look at a question dealing with urban ecology and looking at the differences of fungal communities on tree hosts, being a native tree host or a non-native tree host. So did a lot of field work, taking samples on campus even, and taking samples at parks around town. Now I'm doing a lot more of the molecular stuff, or like with the microscope, I actually got to sort and look at individual root tips to search for the fungi and collect them to extract the DNA. And now here pretty soon I'll actually get all my results back and start the writing process. So I'll actually be writing up the data and trying to produce a manuscript to be published in a journal.
So although we say that, you know, we actually give you hands-on lab experience, I think it's a little bit more of a comprehensive training experience in terms of, you know, your science reading improves and your writing ends up improving. The goal would be that all our URM students would actually present themselves in a national meeting.
Really, every lab's like a family. There's a bunch of students working. Everyone helps each other out, and you really build these relationships that'll last a lifetime. And I think that is something a lot of college students miss out on, just going to classes where they maybe meet the professor once or twice versus having a daily interaction with someone like this that's a mentor. You really have a lot of people that care about you and really want to see you learn and progress. And everything that you do is so beneficial for potentially graduate school or even a career working in any type of research lab. I will never regret this decision, and I mean, I'm so glad I decided to apply, because I almost didn't, thinking I would just too intimidated, you know, that I'd get turned down. It's really been a big changer for me.